see. Excellent. Okay, so tonight is the student advocate orientation. Um, I want to start by welcoming all of the new student advocates. I'm going to go down the list, have everyone just briefly introduce themselves and say hi. I know it has your university. Maybe just say what year you are. So let's start with Trish. And we can circle back to Trish if they're not here yet. How about Tawab?
My name is Tawab. I'm from National, and I'm a third year.
Sarah? We will go to Will.
I'm Will. I'm a junior. I'm at North Shore, which is now called Endeavor Health.
Okay. Jesse.
Hi, my name's Jesse. I'm from University of Louisville. I'm on a first year.
LaShonda.
Hi, I'm LaShonda. I'm a first year student at Wayne State University in Detroit, Michigan.
Amin. Okay, we'll go to Allison.
Hi, I'm Allie. I am a first year at Mayo Clinic School of Health Sciences, and I apologize if I drop off. Our tornado sirens are going off here right now, so if I do, I'll jump back on, but
no worries, and stay safe. I'm sorry, so Madison?
Hi guys, my name is Madison. I'm a third year at Rutgers University.
Kyle?
Hello, my name's Kyle. I am a third year at St. Elizabeth Health Center School for Nurse Anesthetists. And I apologize, I'm calling in, so I can't turn my camera on.
No worries, happy to have you. Ilyas?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ilyas. I'm a first year at The Ohio State University.
Okay. Madeline?
Hi, my name is Madeline. I'm a first year at Cedar Crest College.
Chris?
Hi, everyone. I'm Chris. I'm a third year at Drexel University.
Pat Hamill?
Hi, my name is Fatima. I go by Pat for 3 years at word. Yeah, I'm a second year, going to third year quickly. Yeah.
And last but not least, Monier. All right. Well, welcome everyone to the call. I actually remember a lot of your names from like a week or two ago when we had our last when we had our student advocate meeting. So kudos to you guys who were able to join for that meeting prior to your orientation. We really appreciate your commitment and dedication thus far. And I'm excited to see a variety of people here from first, second, and third year. Really, really excited for the first year people. You're starting nice and early. All right. All right, so we're going to dive right into our orientation. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today and devoting your time to learning more about the ANA Foundation so you can help represent the foundation to students in your nurse anesthesia program. All right, this presentation will include everything you need to know about this prestigious role, and we look forward to working together to support nurse education and research. So our plan is to give you a quick but complete overview of the ANA Foundation and an overview of the Student Advocate Program and Responsibility. Our agenda is listed here. You can take a quick look at that. The ANA Foundation was established in 1981 as the charitable organization devoted to nurse anesthesia research, education, and development. The foundation serves as the philanthropic arm of the AANA and American Association of Nurse Anesthesiology. So a lot of people get this confused, but the AANA and the AANA Foundation are two separate entities, and the difference is listed here. The AANA is governed by a board of directors It is a 501c6 organization that is tax exempt with purposes to promote the common business of its members. Contributions to the AANA are not tax deductible. However, the AANA Foundation is governed by a board of trustees. It is a 501c3 charitable entity with strict rules on spending with emphasis on programs. As I mentioned before, it's the philanthropic arm of the AANA and funds nurse and education research, and contributions to the AANA Foundation are tax deductible. So once again, we're separate entities, and one is the charitable organization, the other one is not not charitable. So if you donate to the foundation, it's tax deductible. Donating to the AANA is not tax deductible. All right. The AANA and AANA Foundation work together to develop research and practice outcomes for the PAC that PAC uses to lobby on behalf of CRNAs in Washington. So although all three entities are separate, we kind of work synergistically together to promote CRNAs. So the foundation raises, we conduct research that the PAC now uses on Capitol Hill to lobby on our behalf. So the AANA Foundation core values are knowledge, integrity, excellence, scientific inquiry, stewardship, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The mission is to advance the science of anesthesia through education and research. As the philanthropic arm of the AANA, the foundation raises funds and invests in projects that directly support the nurse anesthesia profession. The vision of the AANA Foundation is to serve as the leading source for assuring safe anesthesia care through education and research. So the AANA Foundation added DEI values and vision statements in fiscal year 20. We also added DEI to our core values. So I'll read the first statement. The AANA Foundation is an organization focused on research and education. As such, the AANA Foundation values the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion in all aspects of our work while excluding and rejecting bias. Addressing bias and inequities for CRNAs, students, residents, and our patients are critical for improved health and wellness for all. Okay, we can go to the next slide. So here is the FY24 Board of Trustees. Pictured here, you can see Shanisha, me. The staff members are not pictured, but most of our board is pictured with the exception of a few others. This is a picture of the AANA Foundation staff. And we have a staff of 5. Due to the small staff size, volunteers are critical to the success of the foundation. So once again, I say thank you for all your time and effort that you're going to be spending on behalf of the foundation and the nurse anesthesia profession. The AANA Foundation staff members are also willing to help and are available for you whenever you have questions. So in this picture, we have Alyssa Fitzgerald. She's the first one. Next is Lorraine Jordan, our CEO. In the middle, we have Luann Irvine, then Bonnie and Nat. So this is our amazing staff, and they work so hard to help the foundation run. But as I mentioned before, us volunteers, student advocates, state advocates, the Board of Trustees, we all help to make the foundation run smoothly. So the AANA Foundation is governed by a Board of Trustees, which was pictured a couple slides ago, and it consists of 15 board members, including 2 public members, 1 student representative, which is Shanisha, and the AANA president-elect and AANA CEO. So they all serve on the board. Pictured here is the committee structure. The Professional Development Committee focuses on programs. The Fundraising Committee focuses on fundraising, advocates, marketing, and events. So that's where you guys come in to play. Student advocates fall under the Fundraising Committee. Finance Committee focuses on monitoring finances and investments along with oversight of the Audit Committee. And other tasks include awards, CEO evaluation, and board development. So this is an extensive picture of basically how the structure of the ANA Foundation. So we want to say thanks to all of you. All programs are made possible through the generous donation of time, treasures, and talents of CRNAs and students and residents. So once again, the foundation just wants to thank everyone on this call. It's all you student advocates. Our work we would not be able to accomplish all that we do without you guys. So thank you so much. Now I'm going to hand it over to Alyssa Fitzgerald, who will talk about the resident program.
Thank you so much, Toya, and I appreciate that. All righty, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the Student Resident Advocate Program. So this is the part that's all about your role, the goals of the program, and the duties and expectations of being in the Student Resident Advocate Program. So currently, we currently have 15 new student resident advocates that we added this spring, which is all of you. So welcome. We're so excited to have you here. And this is just a little program update. We also had 19 recent spring graduates. So with the new group coming in and the graduates exiting, we now have 50 total student resident advocates. And the goal of the program is to have a student resident advocate in each program. So the student resident advocate role and program goals are the role of the AANA Foundation student resident advocate is really to focus on increasing awareness of the foundation and promoting the AANA Foundation's programs and events. You're really supposed to be a liaison between the AANA Foundation and your program and your peers. And so the goal is to increase student resident engagement, to enhance the relationship between the AANA Foundation and student resident members, and identify areas where the AANA Foundation can better serve student resident members. So as I mentioned, student resident advocates serve as liaisons between the AANA Foundation and others in their program. And these are sort of the responsibilities and duties that we ask of our student advocates. So the duties include giving an AANA Foundation presentation to classmates. This is a link that we hand out to you guys, and you'll get the link following the presentation. And you can choose to give this presentation in any mode that you like. Some people record themselves giving the presentation in PowerPoint and then upload it to YouTube and then shoot out the link. You could also give this presentation live, but we will give you all the presentation materials that you need to give your presentation. But that's one of the major parts of this role that we ask you to do is give a AANA Foundation presentation to your classmates. The next thing that we ask you to do as an AANA Foundation student resident advocate is send our quarterly updates to your classmates or distribute it or make it available in some way. So basically this is like a one-pager that we put out in spring, summer, fall, and winter. And how it works is after our quarterly phone call, you'll receive the AANA Foundation spring, winter, fall, or summer update, and you will add your photo and your information to the bottom of it and update it with that. And then you can go ahead and share that with your classmates. Some people do it via email. Some people have like pages or platforms where they can like post that document to the platform and everybody can see it. So whatever works best for you to distribute that to your classmates, but that's another part of the role that we ask you to take on. And another thing that we would really like our student resident advocates to do as a part of being in the role is attend one national meeting if possible. So that's either AANA Annual Congress, Mid-Year Assembly, or ADCE. And this is an assist at the foundation booth. And we have a program that I'll talk a little bit about later where we actually do meeting sponsorships where we provide you a little bit of sponsorship money to come and attend and volunteer with us at the booth. Partner with your state advocate on state initiatives if you're available. We encourage you to attend a state meeting if possible. These are a little bit softer asks, so if you're able to, or if you're able to connect with someone, we really encourage you to do that. It will only enrich your experience in the role. We ask you to provide updates to your classmates about AANA Foundation events and opportunities. So it's always a good idea to be aware of like when scholarships are due, when poster session application deadline due dates are, research publications, and that sort of thing, and help us get out the word to people about when our deadlines are. Help identify and mentor the next student resident advocate from your school when you are getting ready to leave the role is something we'd also like you to do when it comes time to get ready to graduate. Participate in student resident advocate conference calls. Some of you have already had the opportunity to participate in your first student resident advocate call. We decided to invite you all to the call before your orientation, just so you could get a feel for what the calls are like. So we hope you enjoyed that. But for those who are unable to attend that call, you'll be invited to our next call in July, and you'll get a feel for what that looks like and feels like very soon. And then you're going to want to encourage, oops, I'm going forward because I scooted forward. Okay. And then you're going to want to encourage student and resident advocates to apply for scholarships and researchers to apply for fellowships and just different programs that we offer. Student resident advocate expectations. So we expect that you make every effort to learn the role of serving as an AANA Foundation student resident advocate. And if you or a classmate has a question, don't hesitate to reach out to us and we will make sure that question gets an answer. Please make attendance at all advocate meetings, workshops, and conference calls a high priority. Come to meetings prepared to contribute to the discussion of issues and business to be addressed. Represent the AANA Foundation in a positive and supportive manner, and assist your state advocate where and when applicable if you're available at state meetings. So the next few slides are really just like state advocate contact info. So you'll receive this slide deck after the meeting. We usually it usually takes us a few days to prepare the meeting follow-up. So you'll receive this in an email, and you'll be able to see if there is a state advocate in your state. You can go ahead and reach out to them via email and introduce yourself and say, I am a student advocate from this program. And if you are doing anything at the state level, please let me know about those opportunities because I'd love to help you out or get involved is just a good idea. And we hope that you do that. Another benefit of the Student Resident Advocate Program is board mentors. So each of you will be assigned a board mentor, and board mentor assignments will be announced with the meeting follow-up next week. And this is just an opportunity to, and a benefit of the program that allows you, our student resident advocates, to connect with AANA Foundation leadership and sort of just have someone who's a mentor to you that you can ask questions and go to for any guidance. And then a little bit more about that student resident advocate presentation that I mentioned before. So we ask that you reach out to your program director to arrange a presentation time, or you can always download the presentation and video yourself and then distribute the video link. That's another option that we've found that is popular for people to distribute their presentation. The presentation itself can be found at this Dropbox link listed here that you will get in the meeting follow-up in this presentation. And we just ask that you download it and personalize the last slide so that it looks more personal and like it's coming from you. And then reach out to foundation staff with any questions or feedback. We also have a new student resident advocate activities tracker. So, and I'll send that out with the meeting follow-up. So after you give your presentation, if you want to just pop in there that you gave your presentation, we'd appreciate it, because then we can, like we said, we really want to have you all participate, and we want this program to grow and be better. So we'd love to hear what was successful with your presentation and talk about it at our quarterly calls. So that's just another thing to note. Student resident advocate benefits. You get a board of trustee mentor, as I mentioned. You will get a state advocate mentor if you have a state advocate in your state that you can connect with. We offer networking with national leaders, professional involvement, leadership development opportunities, additional opportunities for networking and mentoring at state and national meetings, complimentary tickets to AANA Foundation events for student resident advocate volunteers, the opportunity to provide input and opinions on key issues that impact students, and student resident advocate sponsorship program. So now I'll talk a little bit about our student resident advocate sponsorship program. So this program is a program we've done in the last few years to really sort of provide an additional benefit to our student resident advocates, and to get more student resident advocate volunteers at the meetings. We know that national meetings are expensive. Buying your flight, paying for a hotel, eating, registration costs, they all add up very quickly. So we offer the opportunity to student resident advocates, because you are in this prestigious leadership role with us and volunteering with us. If you would like to attend an AANA national meeting, you can apply for a student resident advocate sponsorship, and you basically assist at the meeting, and you cover your own lodging, airfare, food, and transportation. And then we send you up to $1,000 per student resident advocate check in the mail to reimburse you for that. And so the way it works is that you're going to notify AANA Foundation staff in advance by emailing me. You can, after you email me, there's also I will send this out with the meeting follow-up, but there's also a sign-up link where you put in all your information and the days that you'll be coming, and if you've registered or not. So we also ask you to fill that out. And then you're going to want to attend the entire meeting and assist and participate in foundation activities and volunteer opportunities. Complete and submit the student resident advocate meeting sponsorship application following the meeting. And some important things to note are that this program is only applicable for one time during your term as a student resident advocate. So you can only receive a $1,000 sponsorship once. And then we do have limited spots for these opportunities. So it's important that you sign up as soon as possible, so that, and we are going to try to give student residents who have been in the program the longest priority if we run out of spots. But we've never run out of spots before, but it's just something we want to let people know for the future. All righty, our impact. The lifetime impact of the AANA Foundation since 1981 is massive. There's a lot of numbers on this slide, so I will go ahead and let you read them. But some of the more remarkable facts on the page are that since 1981, more than $5 million have been awarded to more than 4,400 CRNAs and RRNAs. And in addition, another $1.7 million has been focused on funding health policy research for a total of more than $7 million funding nurse anesthesia education and research. And then we show kind of a little breakdown of all the different programs and the different funding that we've given over our lifetime. Our FY23 accomplishments, so this is what we gave out in 2023 alone. Our fiscal year runs from September 1st to August 31st. And we are currently in fiscal year 2024. So listed on this slide is the FY23 accomplishments. And last year alone, we awarded over $652,000 to the following program recipients in 2023. You can see we handed out more than 88 scholarships totaling 263, research grants, educational grants, student research grants, lots of posters, and a CRNA Scholar award totaling almost $10,000, and then a lot of student emergency educational scholarships totaling $165,000. And now I will pass it off to Luann to discuss AANA Foundation's programs. Uh-oh, Luann, are you there? You might be muted. Okay, well, we might have lost Luann at some point, but I guess I will go ahead and continue on with foundation programs. And if Luann, if you arrive, just holler at me and let me know, and I will go ahead and go from there. So, AANA Foundation programs. So, this is a list of our foundation programs. The AANA Foundation supports the AANA Foundation's annual fund supports our programs in education and research, and they are designed to help CRNAs and RRNAs enhance their professional growth and fund research that proves CRNAs are safe and effective. So listed here, we have research grants, we have student resident scholarships, state of the science, poster sessions, the CRNA scholarship program, fellowships, research funding and workshops, workforce study workshops, program administrators, outstanding student researcher, leadership programs, health policy research, student resident emergency educational scholarships, and so much more.
Alyssa, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. There you are.
Can you see me too? Yeah, I was here the whole time, so I don't know what happened.
Oh my God. Well, now I can hear you and see you. So you can go.
Great.
I will let you go ahead and take over at general and dedicated.
Sure, no problem. You were doing such a great job. But yes, we have general and dedicated research grants. They are on a quarterly basis. So basically they're open all year round, and then they're evaluated quarterly. And each grant, we have the dedicated grants, office-based, Veterans Affairs, Arts Whirling Fund. Each of those has their own criteria. So if you're interested in a grant or someone in your program is, please just have them go onto the website and really do a deep dive into that area and match with the right grant that they would like to apply for. Next slide. Okay, student and resident scholarships. This is one of our biggest programs. Every year, the scholarship deadline to get your applications in is March 1st. So that closed recently. And I believe students have just recently been notified, students who received a grant for this year in 2024. And I think we're giving out possibly around 98 scholarships this year. I think we were right around there. So right here, there's a live link to the FY23 list of scholarships and criteria. We'll be changing that to FY24 once we have the newest information available. The applications are not open all year. The application, because we need to know who is supporting the program first. So we do a fundraising campaign to get people to make donations to assist with scholarships. So the application's open at about mid-January, and then there's about 6 or so weeks to apply. And of course, during our quarterly communications with you, resident advocates, important deadlines like this will be communicated in our updates that we send you, that we ask that you send out. It's the one-page sheet we ask that you get out to your program. Next slide, please. State of the Science poster session. We offer poster sessions at 2 meetings. One is ADCE, and the application is open August through mid-September. And the other is at Annual Congress. At Annual Congress, we have many more than we do at ADCE. The application's open in March and it closes May 1st. And we're still finalizing our posters for this year, but we always get like over 100 applications. So at the meeting at Annual Congress, the posters are put on the mobile app. So anyone attending the meeting can see them on the mobile app. Then we also have e-monitors that are in the foundation area. This year it's going to be in the back of the exhibit hall. And slots for students or CRNAs who are presenting their research, we offer 1-hour time slots that they can stand and be on hand for any questions someone would like to ask. But it's really cool. That's one of the things, if you do come to a meeting and it's ADCE to make sure you stop by and check out the posters and the research that others are conducting. Next slide, please. Our CRNA Scholar Program, this is it's cultivating leadership within the research community. So if there are CRNAs who are pursuing PhDs, they could apply for funds to help with their education. So we're supporting the advancement of our CRNAs to go to that next level. Next slide, please. Program Administrator Outstanding Student Residence Award. This is an award that's open for students to program directors to recognize students. So we want to make sure you're aware of this, and maybe we will put this in one of our upcoming updates. Because then we would, make sure that your program director sees it, because it is nice to be recognized, and program directors can go ahead and recognize an outstanding student in their program. So we want to make sure that they're aware of that opportunity. Next slide. Okay, this is our Student Resident Emergency Educational Scholarship. This is in the event of a natural disaster or a financial crisis. The foundation has funds set up to assist students. So please check out our website. If you know of someone who could use this, direct them to our website. We like it to focus on students in their last 12 months near graduation, because the idea behind this is someone who isn't going to drop out of the program, but will, those extra funds may help to get them through that last year and get them to graduation. Most typical scholarships don't exceed $1,500, but there is a range. So be aware of that. And this is something that we'll promote in our updates as well. Next slide, please. All right, our research agenda. As we talked about a lot about our programs that help and assist students and CRNAs, but we also fund, this can be through CRNAs as well, but our research agenda is very broad. So it focuses on healthcare policy, the science of anesthesia, education, practice or clinicals, leadership, and DEI. Once again, if you're applying for a grant, or if you know of someone who could apply for a grant, please give them this information and have them research and check out what we are offering, the kinds of funds we're offering in different areas. The other thing that the foundation does, however, in addition to CRNA and SRNA support, is we fund health policy research, which are large-scale programs that research programs or research studies that really affect the whole entire CRNA population. Like here are a few listed here. Cost-effective analysis of anesthesia providers is one. And then the also no harm found when CRNAs practice without medical direction. So these are the types of studies that are very expensive. So we're so thankful to the community to fund these research. Oh, yes, you can go to the next slide if that's what, yeah, there we are, health policy research. We really thank our donors for funding this research, that these are the types of things that Toyin was talking about in the beginning that are then brought to by the PAC and to individuals working with their local government that proves that CRNAs are safe and effective. Next slide. These are our fiscal 24 foundation deadline dates, so there's only a few dates left. In this fiscal year, June 15th is our Friends for Life deadline. June 30th is that final, for this year, the final grant cycle. And then we do have several open submission grants that you can apply for at any time, and programs like that Program Director's Outstanding Award I was talking about, a postdoctoral fellowship. That is for a CRNA who is interested in going directly into a fellowship program at a major university, committing their career to, or at least this point in their career, to focus on research. So they wouldn't be doing clinicals, or they would be doing minimal clinicals and working on research. And then finally, that SEAS grant that we talked about. Next slide, please. Okay, awards and recognition. Do I keep going, Alyssa? I believe I do.
I think so, yes.
Okay, so the foundation offers 4 major awards, and you can move to the slide, move the next slide. And they're in the areas of research, volunteerism. Oh, sorry, they're in the areas of research, volunteerism, philanthropy, and advocacy. So recently we had a student advocate who was the Advocate of the Year for her efforts on putting together a sticker campaign that we ended up using. So, and here's some of the, these are the categories that we were just talking about. The philanthropist is focused on people who are making generous donations of time, treasure, and talent. Research is research focused. And like I said, advocacy is broader. We have our state and student advocates that have applied, and then other people have received that award too for other going above and beyond advocating on behalf of the profession. And then the humanitarian award is for individuals who are using volunteering with their CRNA skills to different populations, whether they're in the United States or in other countries. Okay, you can go ahead.
Now I think
all right, now
it over.
Yeah. Okay, to Shanisha. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Luann. So I'm going to discuss the AANA Foundation funding opportunities. The great work of the foundation would not be possible if it wasn't for the support and donations from many generous CRNAs and SRNAs across the country. So I'd like to share information about the foundation's funding campaign and giving opportunities. The foundation's annual fund is referred to as the Proof of Power campaign. Funds from the annual fund are focused on education and research for CRNAs and SRNAs. Research demonstrates beyond a shadow of a doubt that proof is power. Data, research, and evidence are changing our practices and patient care for the better. Not all of us have the inclination to spend part or all of our time engaged in the research process, but we all have the opportunity and responsibility to support research efforts. It is in every CRNA's enlightened interest to support change the slide on my own computer, to support the AANA Foundation because the foundation's work supports CRNAs both clinically and on a policy basis. The annual fund supports grants, CRNA Scholar Program, scholarships, workshops, awards, and poster presentations. Next, I'll talk about the Rise Above campaign. In addition to the Proof is Power annual fund, the Rise Above campaign raises funds for healthcare policy research. This focuses on the large-scale research projects that prove that CRNAs are safe and cost-effective anesthesia providers. Rise Above is an acronym for Research and Safety and Effectiveness. Let's see. I wanted to just quickly summarize the update here. So, the foundation awarded a grant for a study titled The Effects of Anesthesia Availability and CRNA Scope of Practice on Veterans' Access to Surgery. The researchers at Vanderbilt University Medical Center put this together. The study will provide valuable new evidence regarding CRNA staffing and scope of practice limitations. So that's an update from FY23. Next, we have Friends for Life. It's another way to support the AANA Foundation. You can become a friend for life a various number of ways. Putting the foundation in your will or trust is one way. Starting a gift annuity with the foundation, a gift of securities, real estate, or other appreciated asset, making the foundation a beneficiary of an insurance policy or retirement account, or you can do the minimum gift level for those giving a specific cash amount and give $25,000. And that's the planned gift amount for now, but it will increase to $35,000 on January 1st, 2025. And if you look at the picture to your right, you will see that Toyin is right there with Lorraine getting her award. She is a friend for life. For endowments, they provide support to students and CRNAs through scholarships and research funding. The Foundation's endowment program is vitally important to securing the future for the nurse anesthesiology profession. Funds are deposited in an endowment fund and shall be held in trust by the AANA Foundation Board of Trustees. The funds are invested in accordance with the general investment guidelines of the AANA Foundation. You can always click the link to view a summary. We also have a way to give special funds through designated gifts. The special funds created are to raise hold funds for a specific purpose. They're included but not limited to scholarships, the Steve Munn Memorial Fund, Watchful Care 2 Fund, the Jan Stewart Fund, Art Zorling Fund, Student Emergency Educational Scholarship, which is what you just recently learned about, and sponsor student funds. If you are going to the annual Congress, there is a portion on the registration where you can click that you would like to be sponsored by a CRNA. And you don't always get picked, obviously, because there's so many students that apply, but it is an opportunity to put your name out there. And if you win, it's a great opportunity. My friend actually won last year when we went. The Lorraine Jordan Legacy Fund. We're going to be celebrating Dr. Jordan's 36 plus years of leadership and accomplishments with the AANA. So that will be at annual Congress this year. There are ways for people to donate. You can scan the QR code or always text 41444. That's the number for the foundation, but you just have to specify what you're donating to. So if you're donating to this, it would be LJ Funds. Lorraine worked with many colleagues and made many friends throughout her career. Her donation supports the future of the profession and recognizes a leader, colleague, and friend to many CRNAs. There are various categories, but the following will be in the annual report: champions, partner, friends, and then student sponsor. This is the gala that we'll be having this year. It is in honor of Lorraine Jordan. It's going to be August 4th, 2024 at Annual Congress this year. It's called the Champagne Gala. So this fundraising gala, like I said, will be in support and honor of Lorraine. It's going to be Sunday, August 4th from 8 to 11 p.m. Cocktail hour will be at 7. You should come dressed to impress. Everyone there always dresses up and they just always look so wonderful and elegant. And I just love being there and seeing how everyone's dressed up. CRNA tickets are $250. Resident tickets are $125, but you can buy the after 9 p.m. tickets for $25. And then if you do volunteer, they usually have slots for people to volunteer from start to finish with different time frames. I did volunteer my first year that I attended, and I was able to go to the gala that was on that night. And I think I volunteered maybe like an hour. There's different time slots, so it's a great opportunity to network and meet people and then see everyone dressed up really nice. There are different ways to give. Proof is Power Annual Fund for dues and mail. And again, there's that number 41444. You might as well save it in your phone to give to people. And if you want to give through Proof is Power, you have to text CRNA. The Rise Above campaign talks about dues, and then other giving opportunities are for scholarships, sponsorships, tributes, memorial gifts, and Friends for Life. These are all the various ways that anyone can contribute to the ANA Foundation, and you can explain that to them if they'd like to give a donation. Did I go out? What happened?
We can hear you.
Oh, you
We
can
can
hear me.
hear
Okay,
you.
the screen went away and I can't see anything. Okay. All right,
Oh,
I'll just keep
no.
talking. Yeah, everything's like blank.
Oh,
We're
no.
having technological issues tonight. So the
Really?
ANA Foundation donor recognition is what I'll discuss next. So there are different donor recognition annual giving gym levels, and you can be recognized at the levels listed on the slide. Donors are listed by gym level in the AANA Foundation annual report and recognition booklet. It is on the website, but also when you attend annual Congress, they do also give out a book, and you will be able to see the various levels on there. Gym level ribbons are given to donors to wear on their name badge at the AANA Annual Congress. The student giving is only a minimum of $25. I do it every year, and then it's just feels good to see my recognition on the board. So the next one will be wear the Triple Crown. You have to be an AANA member, and then you have to give $250 annually to AANA Foundation, or give $250 annually to the CRNA PAC. Well, not or, and. So it's all three. It's a Triple Crown effect. So for being a member, your AANA Foundation, and then the CRNA PAC. The next slide is the Gertrude Fife Society. These are the big bucks. But the foundation's most generous donors are recognized through this society, which honors cumulative cash contributions of $10,000 or more for individuals and $50,000 or more for businesses and state associations. So you'll see the different levels. And then if you learn about Gertrude Fife in your academic studies, she's the second AANA president, treasurer for 15 years, journal editor for 12 years, and director of the Lakeside School of Anesthesia, and Agatha Hodgins Award winner in 1978. And that looks like a wired-haired doxy on her lap. Next is the AANA Foundation Connect. So for support and recognition, the AANA Foundation's annual report and recognition booklet is a wonderful recap of programs. You do get it when you attend AANA Annual Congress, and then it's also, I believe, online. Students, like I said before, are recognized for donations at a minimum of $25. We encourage you to start supporting the nurse anesthesia profession now and on an annual basis, and increasing your donation once you become a CRNA. Your lifelong support of the nurse anesthesia profession helps to ensure the future of CRNAs. This year, we ask that you consider an SRNA donation of $25 or more to support the profession. As a social media reminder, keep in touch. We have a Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Flickr. I can attest if you tag them on Instagram, they reshare your stories. I do it when I go to annual Congress. AANA Foundation, it just discusses who we are and our mission. In closing, reminders, there are two things we'd really like you to say to take away from this presentation: who we are and joining our mission. So you can always look at that and read through it. Thank you for attending the new student advocate orientation. We understand that everyone has busy schedules and we appreciate your time. We want this to be fun and rewarding. Mark your calendars for the upcoming dates for meetings. 7/23/24 looks like it's a Tuesday, so it's a joint state and resident meeting. And then November 4th for this year. Next year will be February 3rd and May 6th. And the meetings are usually on Mondays, and they're the first Monday of the month. They're from 7 p.m. Central Time to no later than 8 p.m. Any questions? Okay, I'll get back to this.
I have a
Holly
couple
has
questions.
mine.
Yeah, sorry. I guess maybe I missed this, but just out of curiosity, do we serve like a certain amount of like a term, or we just maintain until somebody else takes over, or how does that work?
Yeah, so now that you're in the role of student advocate, you're a student advocate until usually people try to line up having somebody apply for the role right around the time that you're about to graduate. So we have 2 application deadlines a year. The application deadlines are March 31st and October 31st. So like if you're going to be a summertime graduate, you probably want to have somebody apply right before in that March period. And then if you're going to be a winter graduate, you want somebody to encourage somebody to apply for the role in October. But if you're feeling too like you're ready to pass on the role, you know what I mean? You're getting closer and closer to graduation. You can some people have done it a little earlier because they know that they're going to have clinicals and different things. So we sort of leave that at your discretion. The most important thing is having someone continue in the role. And that is something that we find a lot of times, sometimes doesn't happen, is we'll get an advocate at a program that we haven't had before, and then that person won't pass off the role. And so then we sort of lose the advocate at that program. So it's really important. You guys are the best way for us to determine the next leaders as who are going to be our advocates. So yeah, great question.
Thank you. Sorry, I also have one more question, and then
Yeah, no
I'll
problem.
mute myself again. We had you and I kind of chatted a little bit about the like the scholarships for the Congress and things like that. Is that something that we would know beforehand if we were going to receive, or like I guess how does that work? Do we just find out afterwards?
So basically, everyone who, if you looked at the spreadsheet, the sign up spreadsheet, everyone who comes to the meeting, you attend the full meeting, you'd come to your volunteer duties and, participate. Everyone who has done that and filled out the appropriate paperwork afterwards receives the $1,000 sponsorship in full. The only reason we say like you may receive up to $1,000 is some people receive funding from their schools. And, we really want to make sure like it's not guaranteed. You know what I mean? We want to make sure you volunteer and you spend time with us, and we want you to take pictures, and we ask for testimonials. So as long as all those items are fulfilled, you don't have to worry about not receiving the sponsorship. As long as you do everything you're supposed to, you'll receive a sponsorship. And then right now on our sign up list, I just checked today, I think we have like 16, 17, or 18 people signed up. And I think I put in a total of like 25 spots because we had not had as many volunteers earlier in the year. So that program, that our annual Congress sponsorship fills up very quickly every year. So if that's something you're interested in doing this year, just sign up on the sponsorship as soon as possible, because once I'm out of spots, I'm going to cut off the list, I guess is the way that we're sort of doing it right now. But we've never had to cut someone off the list before, and we've never had to turn anyone away who did all the paperwork and everything that they were supposed to do. So I hope that
So if I'm already on your
too.
if I'm already on your
I think
spreadsheet,
so.
I can go ahead and like book my stuff and do all that stuff. I just want to make sure that I wasn't going to be like, afterwards be like, oh, maybe not. Because I know you had said, certain number at the last meeting. And so I just wanted to clarify. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You're on the list and there's plenty of spots. So as long as you're signed up and you're registered, you're good to go. And we'll see you at annual Congress in San
Awesome.
Diego.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? Luann, any closing remarks?
No, just thanks everyone for coming. We appreciate it. Good. We're right on time. We're just almost at 8 o'clock. So thanks so much. That's the orientation. If you have questions or things you still don't know about, we'll make sure that we include them in future orientations, and we'll get any answers, of course, right now. And yeah, we keep our quarterly meetings to an hour. We'll send out an update afterwards that we want you to get out to your program the best way that you can. I don't know if that's through a program director email or however those go out, however your communications go out. But yeah, we appreciate you. We're with so many people signed up for annual Congress. It's going to be great. We're going to maybe meet some of you in person, but you're all pretty new. So I'm assuming in future years, you'll be doing meetings as well. So we look forward to meeting you face to face because that's even better. So, but thanks for joining tonight.
Thank you all for joining, and look out for the meeting follow-up that'll come probably next week, sometime next week or late this week with your board mentors, the slides, all the follow-up and all the information that you need to know. It'll come out to all of you later on. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Night.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.